These are the Evoke playing cards, but so are these. Now the reason I said there's two, because one of them is for you. So make sure to stick around to the end of the video so you can see how to win in this deck for yourself. And this review of the Evoke playing card is sponsored by ArtfulDiversions.com. And if you want 20% off your order, use code CardPerfectMagician. But you're not here to hear me ramble, you're here for these playing cards. So let's open these puppies up. There goes the cellophane. I get a little bit of ASMR action. Now let's check this thing out. Honestly, this design is sick and you're gonna see it pretty much everywhere on this deck. You have it 2 times mainly in the background here with a ton of times crossing over in front. And you have it twice on both of the long edges, and you have it a ton of times on the back. But this time the white and gray are inverted. The bottom has some ad copy. You also have a tuck seal that says first edition. Hopefully that's teasing that there is more to come. Once you pop open the tuck seal, you'll see that you have the 4 suits right here, and on the inside it, you'll also have a King of Diamonds reveal. And since that's all I can say for the tuck box, let's take a look at the cards. The back design of these cards is the same thing that you saw in the back of the tuck box, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And if you want to see some cardistry done with these playing cards, make sure to head over to Instagram because I did some really fun cardistry over there. I also like that there's different tones of gray in this back design. A couple other details you might have not noticed is that the corners aren't actually all rounded, they're actually cut off, and the borders aren't perfectly straight either. But it looks like it's done intentionally, and I think that's pretty dang cool. The reason I say it looks like it's done intentionally is because it's not like it's farther to one side or the other, but it looks like it's bent. Now onto your completely custom number cards. All of your suits have been completely redone. Your pips, your indices, and your values. All the placement is going to stay the same. Wherever everything would normally be on a bicycle deck is where they will all be on these playing cards, but for the most part, honestly, it's just really pretty freaking cool. So there are your diamonds. Then over here we have clubs, and then last but not least, you have your hearts. Your court cards are going to be bicycle standard court cards, but taken in all blacks, whites, and grays. You can see that it's exactly the same as a normal deck of bikes all the way through. And the way that you can always prove one without a shadow of doubt is when you look at the Queen of Hearts. You can always check there and there to see if there's a small triangle on one side and not on the other, and there is, which means they got it exactly from bicycle. Your jokers are really fun because they can be used for a color change. You then get a double backer and an Artful Diversions ad card. You also get 4 power aces, which makes this deck really fun because I love decks that have 4 power aces. Now, I do wish that the Ace of Spades would have been more of a power ace than the other 3, but I definitely love the fact that they used all 4. From top to bottom, this deck clearly farrows beautifully. And clearly from bottom to top, it does just the same. When it comes to the thickness and the feel of these playing cards, this is going to be printed on a premium stock, but then also crushed, which means it's going to be a little bit thicker than your normal deck of bikes, but it's also going to be super snappy and not stiff because they did end up crushing it. So super snappy, it's going to be super easy for you to do still springs, backdrop, or anything else that you're wanting to do when performing your own cardistry. Now, the other thing you want to know is it's on air cushion finish, which means everything is going to glide beautifully. Magicians, cardists, playing card enthusiasts, and collectors, and people who just like playing card games, honestly, anybody can use this deck, but I'd specifically say cardists will benefit the most from it. And you can pick it up for 20% off in the description below. And if you're wanting to get an extra one for free, here's what you've got to do. And it just takes 3 easy steps. Step 1, subscribe to the channel. Step 2, ring the notification bell. And step 3, make sure to let me know your favorite thing about this deck of cards in the comments below. In 2 weeks, I'll be posting the winner of this deck of cards on the community tab, and they'll be able to reach out to me through my email or Instagram, and I'll be sending this very deck out to you. Thanks again to Artful Diversions for sponsoring this video, and if you want to check out another deck review, you can check it out right there. Subscribe right there, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. This is CPM, signing off.